Would you drop everything for a chance at gold? Imagine the weight of such a decision. Leaving behind the familiar comforts of home, the embrace of loved ones, and the security of a steady job, all for the uncertain promise of fortune. It was a gamble that thousands were willing to take. That's what thousands did during the gold rush. The allure of gold was irresistible, drawing people from all walks of life. Farmers, merchants, and even professionals like doctors and lawyers abandoned their lives in pursuit of this golden dream. Imagine leaving your home, your family, and your job, knowing you might never return. The farewells were often tearful, filled with hope and trepidation. For many, it was a one-way ticket to an unknown future. All for a glimmer of hope and a shiny medal in the ground. Gold fever gripped the nation, and the promise of instant wealth was enough to make people risk everything. In 1848, gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill in California. This discovery set off a chain reaction that would change the course of history. The news spread quickly, igniting dreams of prosperity and adventure. By 1849, the news had spread like wildfire. Newspapers across the country and even overseas carried the tantalizing headlines. The promise of gold reached far and wide, capturing the imaginations of people everywhere. Thousands of people, known as 49ers, flooded into California, each one dreaming of striking it rich. They came by ship, by wagon, and on foot, enduring grueling journeys for a chance at fortune. Each one dreaming of striking it rich. The rivers and streams of California became crowded with hopeful prospectors, all searching for that elusive glint of gold. They came from all over the world, China, Europe, and even Australia. The gold rush was a melting pot of cultures, with people from diverse backgrounds converging on California in search of wealth. The promise of gold and a better life was a powerful lure. But life wasn't easy. The journey itself was fraught with peril, and once they arrived, the reality was often harsh and unforgiving. The journey itself was dangerous, involving treacherous sea routes or harsh overland trails. Many faced storms, disease, and even attacks, all for the chance to dig for gold. Once they arrived, the newcomers faced harsh living conditions, disease, and crime. Mining camps were often rough and lawless places where survival was a daily struggle. Gold mining was backbreaking work, often yielding little reward. The reality of mining was far from the glamorous dream. It was grueling, dirty, and dangerous labor. Many 49ers spent their life savings just to get to California, only to find that striking it rich wasn't as easy as they thought. The disappointment was palpable, as many realized they had traded one hardship for another. Yet despite the hardships, the gold rush had a massive impact. It wasn't just about the gold, it was about the transformation of a region and the birth of new opportunities. It transformed California from a sparsely populated region into a bustling state. Towns sprang up almost overnight, and the infrastructure began to take shape, laying the foundation for future growth. San Francisco went from a sleepy town to a booming city almost overnight. The influx of people and money turned it into a vibrant hub of activity and commerce. The influx of people and money laid the groundwork for California's eventual statehood and economic boom. The gold rush was a catalyst for change, driving economic development and shaping the future of the state. So, would you have joined the rush? Would the promise of gold have been enough to make you leave everything behind? The decision was not an easy one, and it required immense courage and determination. Would the promise of gold have been enough to make you leave everything behind? Share your answer below. Reflect on the choices and sacrifices made by those who came before us. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating dives into history. Join us as we continue to explore the events and people that have shaped our world.